Well, good evening, internets, and good evening, nonfiction branders. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what am I talking about getting done? I'm talking about self-publishing a brand new book by January 1st of 2021 on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. And today is the 16th of February. It's the 16th of December. And that means today is episode 285. Where did that come from? 285 days I've been working on this book, coming down here every night and working on it via live stream in real time in front of you. Yep, I've been doing that. And that means I only have 16 days left to go in this journey. So I better make hay while the sun is shining, so let's make some hay right now by actually working on the book. And tonight, the book is done in terms of content. Now it's all about polishing and proofreading and editing and all that stuff. And in a perfect world, I'd have someone working with me to handle that, a fresh set of eyes, and all that stuff. But it's not a perfect world, and I am self-publishing this book, so I have to use whatever tools I can to help me along the way, and that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm actually going to go through and use Microsoft Word's spell checking and they call it spelling and grammar, right? So that's what I'm going to do is spelling and grammar my way through the entire book starting now. So already, cross posts. Is that one word? Is it two words? To cross post something. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to even add that so it doesn't keep popping up as something that I need to check. In real life, were you to meet her on the street, you'd see the amped up actress you first met on stage is more or less exactly, that's not a question. Next sentence. If you're one of the elect, comma, blessed by the gods. Next sentence. Gonna. I'm going to add that because that when people say it, that's what they say. One of my favorite follows. Next sentence. And so, comma. Oh, actually, change. I use and so quite a bit. Change. I actually want to back up, so I'm going to close this. I'm on page 137. Dang. So let's just back it up to here and start that again. Spelling and grammar. Grammar, not grandma. And it's one part self-conscious terror. For others, yeah. No, I'm going to leave it. It's one part self-conscious dash terror. That's the next sentence. Typically something along the lines of, where is it on the page? Oh, I do hate trying to figure out where it is on the page. Collaborator, creative. Typically something along the, I'm going to leave that because I don't want the comma there. It may need it grammatically, it may need one, but in terms of the music of a sentence, it doesn't need one. Or how come she can do this. Let's find out where that is. Or how come she has. Where is it? I'm going to next sentence it. because it's not egregiously wrong. And it kind of just got it kind of just got people to look. All right. I'm going to ignore it. For real, real. Oh my God, real, real. Ignore once. Ruffle. Little feathers. Influencer. Oh. I'll just do a few feathers here and there. Yeah, I really need to read through all these transcripts and see if I can't smooth them out a little bit. Oh, another ball game. Another, yeah, that's a usage I'll use again. Giving everything. Giving everything. Got. Nor once. So, what about your pond? Okay, so I got to get rid of some of these so's because I have them way too often. So he worked on them, comma, everywhere he could. So he worked on them everywhere he could, and his business took off. There's an extra space there. I want to go through all the so's in this. So space, that's what I'll do. Instead, I'm gonna search the document for so space and see how many, and just check them out. Oop, let's go to the previous one. Also, how many of them are there? I don't know. There we go. He worked on them. So he worked on them. So not so, comma. He worked on them. No, so he worked on them. Yeah, that's fine. He shared with me so freely and authentically. Makes the platform popular. One of the things that makes it so popular for its fans. One of the things that makes the platform popular for its fans is it's not been. Get rid of the so. There are too many so's in this thing. It can get tedious. After his sixth TikTok video garnered more than 100 million views, he recognized the tremendous marketing potential that he'd stumbled upon. How about indie created? So, no, it's so. So he created a pitch deck. Yeah, that's fine. Don't look so sad, Tony. Yeah, that makes sense. But what I'm jazzed about is that Tony not only cracked the code on TikTok, and now he's going to join their team. Yeah, I don't need the many. Get rid of it. Oop. Get rid of that so much so, and memorable. That was just too cool. Too cool and daunting and memorable. So much so, gotta leave it. This is an example of where I can definitely get rid of stuff. So last year. I thought I need to sort of challenge myself. I just knew I had to do something different. I wanted to get on an adventure. Some people use "so" as a placeholder word a lot, and Christian Small is one of them. No offense to Christian if you're watching. That's a "so" I can keep. So I started on day 1 of 191 and did a post saying we're going to make some changes. Cool. Also is fine. This would be another good one to delete. Boom. I was looking at environment. That was a pretty moving moment. Also, I'd like to donate to that same charity. I ended up donating, blah, blah, blah. Like many others. Hello, Don Stanley. How are you, my friend? What did? But that story alone did not make enough impact on me to actually put pen to paper. What did? Bingo. Regular. But and is a regular on my pod. And yeah, and is the right word to have there. So all my about the above was a waste of time. Yeah, leave that so. I think I was in 3rd grade at the time. So that would have made me about 8 years old. They said we could do anything we wanted as long as we stuck to the rules of the game. At home, we had a sliding glass door in the backyard, so I decided, yeah, so. No, let's leave it there. So while others are typing, I'm talking. So much so. Ding. I thought I'd give it a catchy name and a pretty graphic to illustrate. Blah, blah. What? In a personal brand is the single greatest. Oh, we got a page problem here. Let's see how that affects the rest of this. Oh, there's room. What the dang deal? Oh, it's all messed up paging wise. All right, so we'll just pick it up right here. Anyone's ever seen me present or has listened to an episode of The Reason? I'm absolutely so sick. Absolute garbage. Activity. Someone making social. All that perfect practice has enabled him to achieve so much now when he really needs it. Achieve. That's what Rhett's been doing since that first video back in 2017. And all that perfect practice has enabled him to achieve so much now when he really needs it. And rather than let the music business, brand, social media, that's one of the reasons you have to be strategic. And because LinkedIn connections are potentially valuable, or just so, are potentially valuable, people tend to be on their very best behavior. What are you waiting for is a question. So there should be a question mark on the end of that sentence. And now there is. Why would I pay for more when I'm still working on efficiently leveraging my free account? Duh. Love so much. The LinkedIn. Love so much. On the way. What's a personal brander to do to get to at least keep their radar pinging? Might do. See? Might do some, a perfect like plus comment might do something like this. La la la. You don't have to, because they know doing so will enable. So being one commenter who clearly does earns you a deposit in your account within the poster's bank of goodwill. Doing so. So get off your butt. Love. One final thought. Many people want to get the many benefits. Many people want to get the benefits of true appearances without doing any work. The emphasis has been search engine and algo optimized sales form. Have been. Ew, what the heck was that? So much of our marketing and communication efforts have shifted to social media over the years, and the emphasis has been completely search engine optimized. Search engine and algorithm optimized sales funnel are an program that face-to-face is even more powerful. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be face-to-face. But you know what? But that instead of, but you know what? You know what? Question mark? It doesn't have to be face-to-face as long as it's your face in their feed. Yeah. What's the common denominator that makes these video-based techniques so powerful? A little thing I call face-to-feed. Also, I had to know, so I looked it up. They've all been guests on my Nonfiction Brand podcast at one time or another. And I've had to not only learn about what they've done, taking the liberty. The real world's a lot smaller now due to the advent of a virtual one. And now to have a chance and now have a chance to become friends. After being introduced by a mutual friend based in Australia. Sydney, that's right, Madison, Wisconsin, USA. US, Gloucester, UK. Amazing. Amazed you shouldn't be. That's all the prompting I needed. Immediately contacted her. Quickly. Let's make it, use immediately a lot right below there. Quickly. I quickly contacted her via social media. She said yes, Zoom call. I always kept up that bad. I guess the ideal scenario is getting the place where you judge and select. Kind of select and handpick the projects and the clients you really want to work for. No, and with and on rather than just going, ah. Not everything is the right fit for every person. It's always been. I'm going to hit that with some bold because I like it. He, like many overqualified college graduates, he did. So I can keep that so. In it, he saw an opportunity to combine two of his core interests into a possible career. And so he did what the truly passionate do. I sent a cold email, and the guy said, boom. Ooh, I want to replace this photo. That's right. I forgot to do this earlier today, so let's do it now. Let's go. Insert photo from file. And this will be in guest photos from the podcast. His name is Ramondo. Paul Ramondo. And it's prime headshot. Ooh, I need to dupe that. Dang it. Come back here, damn you. Paul Ramondo. So I need to do it over here. Dupe. That's the shot. Do underscore GS. For grayscale, open this bad boy up. I'm going to knock down the size a little bit. Maybe do some, do the squint test, see what it looks like. That looks good. Gonna get a tool out and adjust the color to get rid of it. If you want to turn a color photo into grayscale in, this is using Preview, the free Apple tool. Don't look for, how do I turn it into grayscale? You have to, it took me a while to figure this out. You actually have to go over here to saturation and just get rid of the saturation. But I am going to pump up the exposure a little bit. Take out some of the gray. And we're going to go save W. Now I can go picture from file. Grab the grayscale version, which will be pretty darn large. And I know I gotta shrink it. I have to shrink it down to about 150 wide. Text wrapping, square. Do not move with text. Don't allow overlap. Lock anchor. And I do want to adjust the size down to height. Let's say 1.5. Okay. That could probably be a little higher or a little bigger. So let's make him size. Bing, 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 bing. Okay. Yeah, because that'll fit on the page better. All the small things. Yeah, that'll fit beautifully. Now let's see if this messed up the entire page length. Yeah, it did kick some stuff down. Well, maybe not. Great guy. Well, that's back. Yeah. This can definitely tuck up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, didn't need to go that far. There we go. Paul EAUL did a great job on a very specific topic. Why does that look weird? The next day, I waylaid him in the hallway. Let's make the pages fit a little bit better. All right, so let's go back up here. Where'd that go? I think I want to shrink this down a little. Okay. Bingo, bingo. All right, so let's get back to so. So, rearrange so much. Everyone's got a song group or specific album that rearranges your DNA so much that you can literally remember life before you heard it and how you felt from then on after hearing it. For Paul, it was Blink 182's, blah, blah, blah. Also provide. He's also got a lot of fires in the irons in the fire. Planning so they can get ahead so much. She was sitting with someone I knew, so I crashed the conversation. Yep. I most certainly did. I went from that. Just so long. Yeah, that color led me to this use of blue. Like many realtors, they started out wanting to project. We're old enough for that, right? So much of who she is. Look at me being so. Gotta say, it takes guts to do something. So, look at me being. I love it. It screams, "Look at me," by being so darn. By. You can't see me, Invis. Gotta say, it takes guts to do something that contrarian standard realtor status quo. Mike Alton. I think, Mike, I need to shrink you down a little. Picture, size. Yeah, get it more towards 75. Oop. This picture. Lock, aspect, ratio, scale. Okay. That brings it down quite a bit. Dirty little secret. Many writers. Dirty little secret. Here's a dirty. Oop, that's wrong. It needs to be an angle bracket or a square bracket. Like, could crop this, which is what I think I might. Yeah, that fits better. Here's a do. Any profession. Okay, go back up here and do this. Well, let's check out these pages. Make sure something didn't screw up big time. I think I can. By focusing. One, two, three. Get back to the so's. So comma. So comma, good on you for that. Is it painful? What does it take you? Back up. It's really diluting. Went out. And inevitably, I said, and I figured I just kind of know I was still in survival. And so I told them, that's fine. He was so mad. Brilliantly. They knew exactly who she was, is what she does so brilliantly, and how she does it. That it was not surprising at all that they would. Not surprising at all they would immediately take that there and put it someplace else. Bing. That works. She was transparently vulnerable. Served her so badly. So, also, what's it got to do? So what's, no, I think it needs a so. So what's a guy to do? She started out by mastering the systems and understanding the engines behind them so that she could. It's also doing right now. Good personal brand. I said, hey, everyone that knows. The other thing, how do they build upon that foundation? Through the founding power of consistency. It's hard though. That's from strategy behind. But the brand is, and that the brand is so integral. Certainly want to do that. Let's get rid of it then. I don't think it. And I'm looking at some things with different types of meditation, different. I think there needs to be at least one so. And so I'm looking at. Now, what competitive person is going to pass up on showing up there? College professor. So she did as Don asked. You know, that's what you want. I actually was a biology. It was safe. So, comma. Well, it was so fabulous. Cause of does this. Which is why I'm so delighted when I find someone. And so comma. So that's what I aim for. Get out there. So get out there. People know your dream. So they can get out there. Yeah, let's take the so out of the front. Get out there and let people know your true dream so they can share it. What's your key 3? Get out there. Get out there and start today. Get out there and start today. Amplify your signal. Oh, so subtle, Mrs. Bach. Well played. So I grabbed my worth a couple decades of pondering. So I have. You just aren't good at. Oop, back. You just aren't good at touting. Boy. They just aren't good at touting that. And so, I did. Somewhere. But why be shy? Nice. Why be shy? Put it front and center. See where personal brand should be. Mm-hmm. Integral. No, and so integral. What are you? Purchase it. But what are you? No idea we were so simpatico in so many different areas. I say that so much. Thrilled to have him. You're praying for 30 years with the same company. What do you own that no one else? Based on what you've read this far in the book, any guesses about? Well, that's a Standing back, modestly longing for the recognition you richly deserve, so richly deserve, so rich. More dynamic people want you to have. Modesty is a virtue that more dynamic people want you to have, so you don't. So can. A lot of people think the definition of the word is synonymous with being God, and so they see God. A lot of people want to do one, and they connect with a podcast authority teacher to shortcut their way. Not a bad. Truly embracing the study stage, you might want to start by studying the masters of podcasting yourself. What makes Joe Rogan's pod worth $100 million from Spotify? Why are several national public radio podcasts always in the top 10 list? Most popular podcasts. Or list of podcasts. Purchase. You need to get in front of this as often as possible for many reasons. Just a few of which. Grab your bat. Step up. Step into the batter's box. So much. My social media feeds are full of the same people slinging much of the same slush back and forth. And when I well considered opinion that's back. So that when also she can do it, so can you. Guess what? But guess what? She's now the one of experts. What's one to do about that? Other members of the crew discovered his great talent as a writer, and they'd pay him to write letters to their girlfriends, who would always respond with such great joy at the quality of the letters received. Others, girlfriends, mothers, who would always respond with such great joy at the quality. They received. I can still remember reading this. My interest led me eventually members I can get that line up. That works. And some of that experience ain't pretty. Ain't pretty. Like many second-born boys, I did not idolize. Get rid of that. So, when can we get started phase? So what I do after. Picture all this knowing that. I'm at social media world. Calls kept coming in, so he stepped out. He's also nailed his. I find so inspiring about Rod. I had to sum them. So damn tedious. So tedious. Find the task so damn tedious. Yeah, I gotta keep the sewing there. And decided, in other words, they got comfortable with the fact that some people just aren't going to love them. And they decided to spend all their time, money, and effort on those. And so, they decided so that readers also the same way that every biological organism on Earth is composed of just 4 amino acids. It's the same way that the DNA, everybody. George's characters are the same way that blah 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 blah. George's characters are composed. Yeah, that'll work. Your key 3 should be as unique to you as your DNA. Yes, we. Comma. But in marketing ourselves and our small businesses, it's the little but completely thing. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to leave this here. We're at page 80. Make note of that. And come back tomorrow because I do not need to burn myself out. I need to keep working on this thing. And the only way I'm going to keep working on this is if I don't hate doing it. I've been down here an hour. That's enough for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. In fact, I'll be doing the same thing, going through and de-sewing this book and trying to find other annoying habits of mine as a writer to fix. And so it's a lot easier to read. And I actually have a few more days to do that. Only tomorrow I'll only have 15 days. Today I have 16 days because tomorrow will be days 16 to go. Oh my God. But it's happening. It's getting done, and it will be done and posted for publishing on January 1st, 2021, because you helped me by being a member of my peer pressure posse, keeping me coming down here, working on this book, even a little bit at a time when I didn't want to, was super tired or whatever else. But that's cool, and I thank you for that. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every single Monday, so check that out wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. That's it for me tonight. I will see you tomorrow, but until then, theme music, take us on out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.